Okay, I'm back. I warned you, right? So I will wait. I have some guests that I'm waiting to hop on here. So let me wait for the first one. But I wanted to share really quick with you another of my favorite oils, which is Stress Away. Oh, there is Sean. She is right on. Oh, there's Hillary. She is first up. So let me add her. Hillary, she is amazing and she's got an awesome story. So this is what I love. Everybody has a different story and we want to, hey, Hillary,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. I'm so excited.
I know, excited. Well, I was chatting just for a second on Stress Away, and I think I'm going to put some on because, video is all fun and dandy, but, when you're trying something new, and this is new for me, this split screen, I can use some Stress Away. You have Valor. See, it's all, we all have our juice that we need.
We do. I actually
Yes.
meant to grab the Stress Away too, and I was like, oh no.
See, if this was really good, I could just drip it right through here on you, but not quite yet. One day,
Yes.
I bet there will be smell-o-vision, and we will be able to do that. So anyway,
Yeah.
well, okay. So I know I want to hear because I don't think I've really heard your story on what brought you to Young Living and what that looked like. So why don't you hop in here and kind of share? Because I want to hear it, and I know everybody else that's here wants to hear it as well too. So.
Well, it's funny that you grabbed Stress Away because that was actually the oil that I fell in love with Young Living. It was like, I know everyone has an oil out of the starter kit. Like that was my oil. I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that oils had this use. So for myself, I have been using essential oils for about Young Living essential oils for about 18 months. And for me, it really started that we were just looking for more natural options. We wanted to support our kiddos' health and immune system in more natural ways. And we just weren't finding options that were working that well. And so I was Googling and searching, and I came across this blog and I saw these Young Living essential oils, and I went straight to the health food store because I thought,
you know what? That was me too.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay, girlfriend, because we all have our story. That was me. I'm frugal. Like,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I'm going to find it cheaper. Yeah.
And I will say my husband also is like, babe, I don't know. I feel like you can get the same thing. They're everywhere. And I'm like, okay, listening to what my husband said. And so, and I'd been watching a friend posting about oils. And so I thought I was getting the same thing. But fast forward a year and we still weren't seeing the same results. We were still struggling with just staying below that wellness line. We were like in this perpetual cycle. And for any of you moms out there, you know that when your kiddos are under the wellness line or you're under the wellness line, like it really messes up your day. It can,
there ain't nobody happy.
No,
nobody happy.
No, it's exhausting. And so we were in this like very long phase. In fact, Josh and I were just talking about what a rough season that was. So I reached out to a friend. I was like, give me what you got. Sign me up, give me the kit, tell me what I need to do. And she wrote out some instructions for me. And I oiled those babies. So I had a almost 2-year-old and a 2-month-old. So we had a little guy. And I was, a little nervous at first with a little guy, but she gave me dilutions and all the instructions. And we were just blown away by how quickly we were seeing them come up above that wellness line. And even my husband was like, wow. And he was still a little skeptical, but he had to admit that, it was working a lot better than anything else we had tried.
Right.
So after we were kind of, everyone was feeling better and everything was good, I started just kind of stumbling across things. And my friend was like, oh, make sure you get into the bottom of your kit. Don't forget about the bottom of your kit. There's Ninja and there's Stress Away. It's like mom, godsend. Just roll that on
crack. Mom
yes.
Crack. That's what I call it. Mom crack.
And I was like, okay, whatever. And, rolled it on my wrist, put it on my neck. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like I noticed a difference. And I was like, I had no idea that I was the one really needing oils the most. So I was an older mom who had just had 2 more babies and my hormones were just completely out of whack. I felt like invasion of the body snatchers. And there's some things I can't share, just, compliance, right. But I was really struggling. I was on this crazy hormonal roller coaster. So it was February, because I'd signed up in January. So it was February, and there was a Lucy Libido class. If you don't know what that is.
Yes, February, the love. We all want to talk about the love month.
Yes, so look that up.
And yes, there's an oil for that.
Look that up. It's a real struggle. I know it's a sensitive topic, but it's a real struggle. Mm-hmm. And hormones were a big deal for me. So I found all this information. I tried some things. I was just amazed at how well I was able to naturally support my body. And just some of the other things I had been reading that were options, I was like, no, there's just way too many side effects with some of those things. And so it was really amazing. And then just in our journey, I just feel like so many things have come up in our family's lives and our kiddos' lives where oils have just been such a godsend and have really empowered me as a mom. So I just felt like,
yeah, I was going to say, what does that feel like? Like, because I know something that you have had to battle just in the last week. And so to have a toolbox there, I mean, what does that feel like as a mom when you have a little one at home and you actually don't have to go out the door to try to search for something?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but my least favorite thing is loading kids up in the car and going on doctor's visits, right? Or going to the store with unhappy babies that are unwell. And so to be able to, get out my reference material, do a little research, and then try something and just see, and that doctor's visit is always an option, and we are not against that whatsoever. It's an amazing thing. We love that. But just to feel empowered to get to, address my kids' health, and not feel like I'm so desperate and helpless, is just really empowering. It's kind of awesome. So
I love that. I love that. And one of the things you said early on, and I think this is something that's really good as a mom. I mean, we want to make really smart decisions, and we don't just go in willy-nilly to stuff. But you said, even with little ones, you want to be cautious. You want to dilute. You want to have resources available so that you can make the best choice. And I think one of the things, and you can say that differently, I guess, than where I'm at, but I feel like we are a community, and we walk alongside each other and try to give as much help and resources and, and guidance as we can. And that's part of the piece where a lot of people, they have no idea that that's part of the package too.
Yes.
It's like, you're going to have oily friends.
And that's huge. I can't tell you like how many times I messaged my friend in those first couple months, or just went into our Facebook groups and was just like searching and reading and just pouring over all this information. I had no idea, I never thought, oh, I could use oils for that. Or, oh, I could use oils for that. And it was so cool. So
amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, thank you, Hillary, for coming on. I think we're going to hear from Sean now. So I know the mamas that are here, what you've shared has resonated with somebody. I know it. So, all righty. Thanks, girl.
Bye.
All right. Let me find Sean here. If I can find her, whoops. Oh, there you are right on top of it, Sean.
I don't know how to
see. Oh, I think I have to get you off oh no, I think I added her. Sorry, you guys, we are doing the new, this is something tonight, like I said, so I have to smell some more stress away. Actually, I have it in my diffuser right here, so I should just have it be down here. So let me, yes, I'm improving Sean. She's coming in, but here's my diffuser right here. Got the stress away going. Hey girl, look at you. We made it. You're on screen.
Yes.
Looking good. You always look so good. I love you and you're savvy. You look so good. So Sean has a little bit of a different story, and so that's why I really wanted Sean to share, because I wouldn't say it's a real typical, but I would say for the most part, a lot of people in our community are moms that are looking for immune support for their little ones. But that's not everybody. I mean, that wasn't me in the beginning either. So Sean, I would love for you to share why on earth you got started with Young Living, and you don't have little kids at home.
No, I do not. I was never able to have children. And so this is definitely something, looking back, I at times, okay, there we go.
There you
I
go.
would have found oils a long time ago, but we actually were looking for things that was more natural. And I was looking for fluoride-free toothpaste. So I came across Young Living because in Googling fluoride-free toothpaste, Thieves came up. And I looked at that and I said, there's no way I'm paying that for toothpaste.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, really, when you want them to leave ingredients out, it costs you more money, people. That's just how it goes.
Messages, so I keep pausing. We went with another brand for sure. And let me tell you, after we started using Thieves, I only had one tube, which that never happens anymore. But I had one tube and I left that for Jeff, and I went away on a trip and I took that old stuff that we used and I'm like, oh, how did we ever stand this stuff? It's so horrible. But anyhow, that was my introduction to Young Living, was Thieves toothpaste and Googling it.
Mm-hmm.
I totally could have bought it and ended up anywhere in Young Living, but I didn't. I put it off and, like I said, ordered something else, a different brand. And it was probably 6 months later. You had a Facebook class. Sherry Root had just signed up, literally just signed up. She hadn't even got her kit yet. Invited me to the class. And by the time the class was over, it was like the kit was such a good value. Sign me up. And
you
so
were like, okay,
that's what
I
we
want
did.
more than just toothpaste.
Exactly. And like Hillary's husband, my husband was like, I can find them cheaper. I can find 100% pure oils for cheaper than what you're buying. I said, try it. So he spent $300 on junk.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
there's a story
And
you can
so
have in your back pocket forever, huh?
oh, I know. But I still have every single one of those junk oils that he bought, and I actually use them to prove the difference, because especially in smelling the peppermint oil in that brand that he bought, you can literally smell the chemical in it compared to ours.
That's what
And
people
so,
say. I have heard that a lot. So, and that is a good tool. That, I mean, I think it really helps, because unless you can smell something right next to each other, it's very hard to determine, especially with something like a peppermint, because our bodies are so attuned to a not authentic peppermint smell. It's the
right.
peppermint, like a candy cane smell, and that's really not what, if you were to take a peppermint leaf and squish it, that's not what peppermint smells like. So, yeah.
Oh, and the thing is this doesn't even smell like candy canes. It's
Oh, well,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, I heard
It's
those
bad.
too. So,
So, but
so
anyhow,
after you started using your Thieves toothpaste and then you bought your kit, what has that opened up for you guys now? So, because that obviously oils weren't your intention, and yeah, what does that look like
it
now?
was, it definitely wasn't. And this is the thing. So I had a member actually contact me the other night, and we were talking about other things. And I told him, I said, um, this is why I always, when I welcome my new people in, I always say, welcome to your oily journey, because this is a journey. When you start being more aware of what you're putting on your body, you're definitely more aware of what you put in your body.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I lost her. I think she went away. Well, I will say we have one more person coming, but I will say, because what Sean was saying, unless she pops back up and I can put her back on the screen. I was going to share a little bit about that when I started my video at the beginning, and I kind of was running out of time. But I will say I was struggling with several different health challenges. And just because I came to Young Living for looking for oils for emotional support, it opened an entire world to me of understanding how we can truly support our body to do what it's naturally made to do, which is when you give your body the right kind of food and don't load it down with toxins, it's amazing that it can actually heal itself without a lot of intervention from us when we make really good choices. And I didn't have the knowledge in that, but through a like-minded community that is so giving and generous and so willing to share, that's what my journey entailed, because now, I have a story. I wish I could just shout it here to you all, but I can't do that publicly. However, my health is better now at 51 than it was when I was 40. So, and I love that. Yeah, it's okay, Sean. I hope I'm still here. I think I'm still here. For some reason, I was looking at another message of Sean. So, all right. Well, let me see. We have Nicolina. So Nicolina is joining us because she's on vacation. So I just feel like really privileged that she's going to hop in here and share, because I love her story too. So let's see. It's probably a little bit dark in North Carolina now. So yeah. So I was going to say, earlier today you were at the beach and had this nice background, but I'm like, it's probably a little dark now.
It is. The sun is setting, and I had my face in front of the window, but it's gotten a little darker, so my lighting's a little.
Oh,
sorry about that.
You're good. It's all good. So I can see some nice sun that you got today. So very good.
I have definitely gotten some sun this week.
I would love to hear what on earth got you into these hippie oils and this crazy lifestyle. So bring it on. Share with us.
So I am a mom of 3 boys, and my boys were the best way I can say it is we were definitely challenged by our immune systems, and we were going in to the doctor's office every other month. And when my 3rd born was on antibiotics at 8 weeks old, we were on that rotation of being in the doctor's office every other month. And my doctor, who I loved, who supported regular and, natural ideas, had said, yeah, this is average that kids get sick 6 to 7 times a year. And I just thought there's got to be something else. There's got to be a reason why we go through this. Like, one kid gets sick, it gets passed to everybody else throughout the house. There's got to be a better way. And that winter, it was a holiday and everybody was sick again, and we were traveling. It was the old, get on the airplane, everyone's going to get sick. And I said, I got to figure this out. So I had a friend who I considered to be normal. She wasn't crazy. She wasn't super hippie. She wasn't extreme. And I had seen her post some things on her Facebook about using oils before. And so I texted her and I said, does that stuff really work? And she said, no, it really does. I said, are you sure? She said, no, it really does. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to, then of course, the typical, I'm going to do some research. Got to do some research on the plants. And so I did.
As you're drinking your Diet Coke.
Exactly.
Because I drank Diet Coke when I started oiling. I don't drink it now, but that's a whole other topic. But I got to do research, but I'm going to drink a couple Diet Cokes.
Exactly. Oh, with the Oreo cookies on the side, Yes, that was us. Same thing. So I did some research, and then I was following a blog, and I ended up deciding I was going to buy some oils and just give this a try and see what it could do for us. Because I was kind of at the point I was willing to try anything. And so that's what we were doing. I said, all right, well, let me just, lather up and try all these different things. And I really had learned through that process of joining our community and joining the group that we had weakened immune systems. And I learned ways. It wasn't just oils. It was eating healthy. It was cleaning out the sugar. It was doing so many things that I learned how to live a healthy, a well lifestyle that I was able to implement with my boys. And, here we are. I bought my kit on January 1st of 2015. Because it was literally, I was like, this is it. I'm doing something new. On January 1st of 2015. And it took us a while of using the oils to see the adjustment and see the change and see us living above that wellness line and see the change in our immune systems. But applying all the things that I learned in the group and using oils the way that they can support our bodies, that fall started the first of 3 years of my son having perfect attendance for 3 years in a row.
Yay! I love that. I love that. If that is not a testimony to what can be accomplished when you give the body what it wants and not give it what it doesn't need, then it's amazing.
Yes, it was. I mean, I'm proud. Even my son, he's like, we were talking about taking a day off And he was like, no, I have to have my perfect attendance. I'm like, well, it's okay to take a day when you're not sick. No, I want that certificate. I'm getting my perfect attendance. I was like, all right. I'm here to support you then. If that's what you want this year, we got it.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, and I know just from chatting with you that you have incorporated a lot of the products now in the fitness, I mean, now there's just so many different things. I think a lot of people get oils, but then they discover all of the other things. So outside of the oils, what would you say is your favorite thing that would surprise other people maybe?
Oh, my favorite thing that would surprise people. I would almost say the skincare product line has been wonderful for me. As I started to get closer to 40, my skin started breaking out. And one of the last products, we were eating organic before I started oils and doing this. We were eating organic. We were eating what I thought was relatively healthy foods in a clean diet, although it's a journey, right? I mean, we have been learning, and every year I try to incorporate new things or learn about new foods or cleaner foods that I can eat, I can teach my kids about. And all of those things help to keep us healthy and keep our bodies working properly. But for myself, as moms, we always put ourselves last, unfortunately, right? Yep. Life is so busy. We're taking care of our husbands, we're taking care of our kids or parents or other people that are in our lives that require our attention. And the last person we think about and we take care of is ourselves. Yep. And my skincare, it was as I was getting this aging skin. I don't like to think of that, but it starts changing, and I was getting breakouts and different things. And so I learned some of it was food. A lot of it was the products. I did not believe that the last thing I really had to accept and believe was that the stuff we put on our skin makes a difference.
Makes a difference. Yeah. I was that way too. I didn't understand that at all. Not even. The skin is the largest organ. Hello. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. But why would it not make sense then that everything that I'm putting on my skin affects me? We're worried about what goes in our mouth, but not our skin. So like you said, I
didn't believe it. I used the crazy makeup because I love the colors, right? And I used all these different things. And then all of a sudden one day I thought, well, if those birth control patches and those, nicotine patches that people are just putting on their skin are being absorbed in and causing you to not be able to get pregnant and being able to really change how your body works, then maybe the lotion I'm putting on my skin is doing something. Maybe the facial products is doing something and my body is reacting to them. And what I noticed is once I cleaned the products up and I started using all plant-based products, my face started cleaning up and clearing up and looking better and younger. And that's been my biggest surprise of an investment for myself, something for me.
Yeah. That's awesome, because I think too, people can see a difference in, this is our, I don't want to say storefront, but I mean, this is the result of what we're doing when we put things in our body. And so people see that. And then, I know for me, a lot of people, they're like, you're not 51. Right. And I'm like, I'm 51. Yeah. And I'm
say proud. Exactly.
Just like you, it's because I'm using things on my skin that are really helping my skin. And so it is a good thing to be able to say. So awesome. Yeah. All right. Any last minute thing you want to share before you hop off?
I got to say, I feel like I've been so blessed with just getting the kit from the beginning. And some people ask, they want to know where to start and where they should. And I always suggest people, just get the kit. I know even if you don't really know, there's maybe one or two oils that you want to try, you'll be able to use them all. I mean, those are my favorite oils. If we're traveling on vacation and this is my bag and it's chock full of oils and mints, but I travel with my stuff everywhere I go because I know I can kind of take on anything. Stuff that we use regularly, things that might come up while we're traveling, even just, the kids playing at the beach and the scrapes and things. I'm ready.
You're prepared. It's empowering to be prepared. And like you said, we all now, after having, you can go out of the house for the weekend and you leave your oils, and that will be the last time. Yes. Because you learn your lesson. You're like, if I was home, I would have this to help with whatever you need. So yeah. All right. There's your tip from Nicolina. Do not leave home without your oils.
That's right.
It's a good one.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right. Thanks for
you.
hopping on here during your vacation.
Thanks. Have a good night.
All right, I think she's gonna hop off. I'm just gonna wrap up. So there's like 3 different stories, and then if you count mine, 4 really, but 3 different stories on how people even got started with Young Living, what they were looking for, and how, you know, the entry and what it looked like to start using oils, and what their life looks like, you know, a few months or maybe a year down the road. And so so I appreciate them hopping on. I hope that that was helpful for you guys just to be able to see. Not everybody wants to jump in and, you know, and knows how to use lavender in the 305 ways that you can. But I want you guys to know there's going to be a few more posts here in the group here for the event. But one of the things that they've all mentioned is that we have a community of support, and it is very true. We all want to help each other. We know this is a journey. It is new and foreign for a lot of people, and we would never want somebody to hop in here and feel scared to open their box, not, you know what to do with an oil. So we are here to support you in that as well. So watch for a couple more posts, and there's a thank you post. Make sure to comment there. I'm going to be giving away a goodie prize tonight to somebody. And so I just thank you guys for joining us. This was fun to hop on, and we'll be here to answer some questions for you guys.